Okay, all of you. So we now go into histology of the small intestine. Suppose we have intestine and we take a cut section of the intestine. What will the intestine muscle layer show? As a matter of fact, intestine also has got same 4 layers. Namely, it has got outermost serosa, middle muscularis, and then we have submucosa and we have mucosa. So same layers as in the stomach. Serosa is made up of, I hope you remember, mesothelium and white fibrous connective tissue. Mesothelium and white fibrous connective tissue. Muscularis layer is made up of 2 layers, namely longitudinal muscles and circular muscles. Golden birds, there are no oblique muscles. Oblique muscles were found only in the stomach. In case of the intestine, there are no oblique muscles found. So we have only longitudinal and circular muscles. And then we have submucosa made up of white fibrous connective tissue with blood vessels, nerves and lymph vessels. And we have mucosa. Mucosa is made up of 2 muscle layers, which is called as muscularis mucosa. Namely, we have longitudinal and circular muscles. And then we have lamina propria, which is made of white fibrous connective tissue with blood vessels and nerves. And we have epithelium, and mind my words here, in case of the stomach, we had simple columnar epithelium. In case of the intestine, we have got epithelium with cells like these. So, ये कौन से cells है? These are cells which are columnar and they have got hair-like processes which are called as microvilli. Microvilli tremendously increase the surface area for absorption of food. So, microvilli tremendously increase the surface area for absorption. What is the main function of the intestine? To absorb food. So, what is the kind of epithelium they are having? Microvilli, which will increase the surface area for absorption, and these cells are called as non-ciliated columnar epithelium. Non-ciliated columnar epithelium, and such cells are called as microvilli cells, also called as brush border cells. इन्हें brush border cells भी कहते हैं. Microvilli cells or brush border cells. Brush border like a brush. So, brush के ऊपर बहुत सारे bristles होते हैं. वैसे यहाँ पर brush border cells है. Lots of microvilli. It will tremendously increase the surface area for absorption. So, that is the kind of epithelium. And if you remember, in the stomach there were pits which were called as gastric pits, and there were elevations which are called as rugae. Similarly, in the intestine, the lamina propria extends to form finger-like processes which are called as villi. So, lamina propria से villi बनते हैं, and villi are lined by brush border cells which are called as microvilli. And villi will increase the surface area for absorption, which are lined by brush border microvilli, and microvilli will tremendously increase the surface area for absorption. तो intestine के अंदर ये elevations होते हैं intestine के lamina propria के, which are called as villi. Stomach, we remember they were called rugae. Intestine, these are called as villi. And villi are lined by brush border cells or microvilli, which tremendously increase the surface area for absorption. And in the center of each villus are found blood vessels. Blood vessels which are meant for absorption of nutrients, glucose, amino acids, that is protein breakdown, glucose, amino acids, vitamins, electrolytes, सब कुछ blood vessel में जाते हैं. But sir, fats also break down to form fatty acid and glycerol. And fats, when they break down to form fatty acid and glycerol, याद रखना ये fats कभी भी blood vessel में absorb नहीं होते हैं. Fats अगर blood vessel में absorb हो गए, then they will deposit in the blood vessels and they will cause hardening of the blood vessels, which is called as atherosclerosis. तो blood vessels block हो जाएंगे fat से, which is called as atherosclerosis. So fats in the intestine are absorbed by specialized vessels which are called as lymph vessels, not blood vessels, lymph vessels, and these lymph vessels are called as lacteals. Lymph vessels को क्या कहते हैं? Lacteals कहते हैं, and fats get absorbed into lymph vessels which are called as lacteals. Lacteals are meant for absorption of fats. And villi are elevations. In between villi are found pits. तो ये villus है, ये villus है, और उसके बीच में pits है. These pits are called as crypts or libercles. What are they called as? Crypts or libercles. And crypts of libercles store in them intestinal juice. So remember, stomach में rugae के बीच में कौन थे? Pits, which were called gastric pits, and they store gastric juice. Similarly, intestine में villi है, और villi के बीच में there are pits which are called as crypts of libercles, or crypts of libercles store in it intestinal juice. And intestinal juice is called as succus entericus. Intestinal juice is called as succus entericus. Succus entericus will help in digestion of food to take place. So, villi के अंदर क्या खास हमने पढ़ा? Lamina propria expands to form villi. Villi are lined by brush border cells which are called microvilli or non-ciliated columnar epithelium. And villi के बीच में होते हैं lymph vessels which are called as lacteals. Lacteals are for absorption of fats. And between the villi are found pits which are called as crypts of libercles, and crypts of libercles are for storage of intestinal juice which is called as succus entericus. And we go into a very nice logic here. In the intestine are found a nice logic. In the duodenum are found special glands in the submucosa called as Brunner's gland. तो intestine के अंदर ये है submucosa, और submucosa के अंदर is the submucosa of the intestine. ये है intestine का submucosa. Submucosa of the duodenum has in it special cells which are called as Brunner's gland. And Brunner's gland give out a lot of alkaline fluid. Brunner's gland keep on giving a lot of alkaline fluid. There are these Brunner's gland found in the submucosa of the intestine. To be specific, submucosa of the duodenum. And Brunner's gland give out alkaline fluids, mucus, which is rich in bicarbonates. Why the duodenum? Because stomach opens first into the duodenum. And do we remember in the stomach food is highly acidic. And as soon as food goes from stomach via pyloric sphincter into duodenum, in duodenum the pH is alkaline. So acidic stomach becomes alkaline in the intestine. Who will help to make it alkaline? Special mucus in the duodenum, in the submucosa, which are called as Brunner's gland, make the pH of the intestine become highly alkaline. हाँ तो ये याद रखना. And आपकी ये क्रिप्स ऑफ लाइब्रेरी में specialized cells होते हैं which are called as Paneth cells. ये आपके बुक्स में दिया नहीं है, so you may remember this well. What are the special cells called as Paneth cells? And Paneth cells, ये है Paneth cells, and Paneth cells secrete lysozymes. Lysozymes are antibacterial chemical. So आपने फूड में कुछ भी बैक्टीरिया आया तो आपके Paneth cells of the intestine give out lysozymes which are antibacterial in nature and they kill the bacteria that have come along with your food. And there are special cells also in the intestine. Books mein diya nahi hai, you may remember, these are special cells called as argentefine cells. And argentefine cells give out a chemical called as serotonin. And serotonin increases the motility of the intestine. आपके intestine की motility बढ़ती है with the help of serotonin given by argentefine cells. So this was the histology of the intestine, and with this we have today done the histology of the stomach and the histology of the intestine, and we ended today with a very nice logic. Last lecture we had ended with a beautiful logic called as the concept of root canal treatment. Today we go into a very nice logic which is called as, I hope you have heard of it, bariatric surgery. Bariatric surgery, also called as gastric banding. Gastric banding. So what is bariatric surgery or gastric banding? Sir, ये आपका stomach है, and sir, stomach के अंदर यहाँ, you know, this part is called fundus, this part is called cardiac, this is called pylorus. So in the fundus and in the cardiac part, यहाँ are found special cells, secretory cells, which give out two hormones called as ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin and leptin. उसमें ghrelin is secreted when your stomach is empty, and it is a hunger hormone. It will go to your hypothalamus, and from hypothalamus a message will go to your stomach, and the stomach will start giving HCl and will start churning. तो आपको hunger pangs आते हैं. Suddenly lecture के बीच में आपको गुर्र आवाज आती है, hunger pangs आते हैं, and you feel hungry. एक मीठी मीठी acidity होती है. Which hormone is called? That ghrelin, which makes you feel hungry. And after you eat and your stomach is full, then these cells start giving out leptin, and leptin goes to the hypothalamus, and hypothalamus gives a message to the stomach, and the hunger pangs stop. तो hunger pangs बंद हो जाते हैं and that is the reason the person stops eating, he feels satisfied. Now, in many people who are genetically obese, they are genetically obese, बहुत उनको भूख लगती है और बहुत मोटे होते हैं 150-200 kgs in weight and they are severely obese, उनको हार्ट अटैक हो सकता है, पैरालिसिस, स्ट्रोक हो सकता है, सीवियर मॉर्बिडिटी होती है। तो सर ऐसे लोगों को आपको हेल्प करना है। Now poor guys go on a diet, they exercise and do everything, लेकिन इतनी भूख लगती है उनको कि वो लोग खाते ही रहते हैं। These people are very unlucky. They are genetically having excessive secretion of ghrelin. तो बहुत ग्रेलिन सिक्रीट होता है और उनको बहुत भूख लगती है और बेचारे खाते रहते हैं, बचपन से खाते रहते हैं and that is the reason they have become obese. Now they are determined they want to lose weight. So they go for diet and everything and meet a dietitian, follow food charts and everything. But one thing you can help the patient, tell him, let's reduce your weight by doing a gastric banding, also called as a bariatric surgery. And so there's an excellent logic. Make the patient lie down, give him anesthesia, cut open the abdomen, and यहाँ स्टमक के अंदर एक छोटा सा मार्किंग करते हैं। We mark the stomach and ये मार्क किया जाता है, बाद में स्टमक के इस पार्ट को स्टिच किया जाता है। We stitch this part and we cut and remove this part. ये पार्ट को कट करके निकाल देंगे तो उसका स्टमक अब एक छोटा सा ट्यूब बन गया है and that means with a little food also this much stomach gets full. तो पेट भरा हुआ हो जाता है, पेट भर जाता है and most importantly we have removed the fundus and this part which means his cells which secrete ghrelin and leptin are gone. वो hunger hormone secreting cells हमने निकाल दिए, so this person will just not feel hungry, उसको भूख ही नहीं लगेगी and we just advise it every 2 hours take some protein food or some carbohydrate rich food and fill your stomach and you will not feel hungry. थोड़ा थोड़ा nutrition उसको देते रहना है, देखते देखते from 200 kgs 150 kgs these people within 4-5 months 6 months become 75-80 kgs and within about 7-8 years they become 60-70 kgs. Fantastic result. You save their life by this wonderful process called as bariatric surgery, also called as gastric banding. What is the logic behind it? Remove the cells only which secrete ghrelin and leptin. उनको निकाल ही दो तो भूख ही नहीं लगेगी उनको. चलो, so nice concept we have understood here. I hope you have understood this well. चलो, any doubts? Let's solve it on the Zoom session. Please study well, guys. Take care. God bless you. See you soon. Bye bye.